Konnichiwa, everybody. Konnichiwa. Oh, Loop, thank you so much for re-upping the membership. Okoiri. Konnichiwa, everyone. Real quick, wait, whoops. Thank you for the 30 gifted memberships. Thank you. And Feline Fortuna, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. During pre-chat, I know you guys may have already spammed those hearts, but can we get another wave of yellow hearts as appreciation for all the gifted memberships? Thank you. I hope everyone who received one enjoys channel badge and the emotes. Yeah. Love to see that. Alright, chat. So, real quick, this Zatsu will only be about an hour and 30 or so, maybe an hour 40, depending on how long the boys need in order to prep. Oh no, just Nivlak, thank you so much for re-upping the membership. Okoiri. I have no idea how long it's gonna take to set up, but I just want to give myself enough time to make sure that we're all there. So I have really no idea how this is gonna work out, because we're just kind of like, hey, let's do a full collab and see how it goes. And I was like, all right, cool. Yeah. I have no idea how it's gonna be. Moonlight, thank you for the super chat. Kazu, Okoiri, looking forward to the verses tonight. Same here. We got a chance to like have a proper full-on like all Tempest member like emergencies, barring emergencies, like a full Tempest collab. So it's gonna be interesting. I have no idea if it's going to be the Pantsu Batsu or not. Rebecca, Okoiri, good luck tonight. Thank you. So I have no idea if it's gonna be a Pantsubatsu, but I did I did ask, but we're not sure. The main reason why is, like, obviously Vanguard's gonna win, so it's just gonna be everyone seeing HQ's pence again. So, you know, we're kind of like, I wonder if that's going to be exciting enough, because everyone has already seen them. So, like, you know, is it going to be exciting? We have no idea. So we kind of like have a couple of ideas for a few Batsu ready to go in case, you know, in the off chance that either we win or HQ loses, you know? You got, thank you for the super chat. Hope you have fun class night. Thank you. I hope so too. Wait, whoops, thank you so much for the super chat. Gonna be performing a PvP event for the next few days, so wish me luck. Good luck. I am the noobs, please. Good luck. Thank you so much for the magenta super chat. So yeah, who knows what's gonna happen? We'll have a lot of fun. Did you play a few campaigns? I did not. Okay, so I installed the game last night, and then I had to go make sure to turn off all my mods, because I have a few like random Hatsune Miku skin mods, and I'm pretty sure we're not allowed to use those on the stream. So I had to like get rid of all my mods and like skins and stuff. So like I think it should be fine. I just checked earlier. Sam, thank you so much for this. Left 4 Dead, more like Left 4 Bed. I know it's going to be a little bit late for everyone, so if you need to get some rest, please make sure you do so. Sleep is good. But yeah, I don't think we're allowed to use any of the mods, so we don't have any. I just make sure we went to clean it out. Other than like the general like sound checking and all that, I haven't really touched it. I hear Hatsune Miku skin. That's kind of what makes it all fun, right? I feel like the gameplay, like once you play through a few, it's kind of the same. So you have to go and like do like add mods and like do fun silly things with it to make it fun. Do you know if any of the Vanguard boys have been practicing? Nope, we have not been practicing. I kind of know how to play because I played it a lot back when it came out with my old friends. But I know Hakka, Flayon are kind of new-ish to FPS games. Like they're getting like their grips onto the controls of FPS and all that, but like they're still a little bit they do need like a bit of hand-holding. This is gonna be good. Oh, it's gonna be weird. And then I feel like Bettel is our wild card. I think like everything rides on Bettel because I feel like I can be a consistent, like I'll be there like consistently making progress and like leading the group forward, right? But I'm pretty sure we're going to either win or lose based on Bettel's luck. Like that's what's gonna ride on. So we have like Hakka and Flayon, and like I'll be like telling them where to go, what guns to use, how to like control stuff. So like I'll be there, and like the wild card is Bettel, and I think like that's where we have to like put all of our chips into. It's gonna be weird. I hope what ends up happening is that we play as survivors first. I want to see us play survivor first. If it ends up like we have a coin flip. And the reason why I want survivors first is because I want Hakka and Flayon to understand what it's like to be smokered and to be jockeyed or like chargered like into walls and corners or off maps. Like I want them to experience that so that when we switch sides, they'll know, oh, so that was effective when I played it against me. I now know how to use it against them. Because I feel like if you hop into the zombie side first, you kind of don't really know what's going on. Also, you don't have experience with the map, so you don't know where they're going or where the survivors are coming from and where they're headed to. So like I want that kind of experience for them to get a good handle on the game first. Lisa, thank you for the super chat. Better hope Bettel is Airbud tonight and not the kid who scores the wrong goal. Oh, this is gonna be hilarious. I can't wait to see it. Thank you for the super chat. Misfires and ricochets into a headshot. Exactly. That's what I hope. Wait, whoops, thank you for the super chat. Money's on VG Boys, but Oshi has a sacrifice king, so all in on HQ. we will see what happens. We'll see what happens. Your luck is good though. My luck is fine. It's us cumulatively. That is what I'm like thinking about. And I think about the super chat, Chaos Chester. That's such a good way. Here's the thing though. As long as nobody like super chats something like "Let's go Bettel," because then he's gonna immediately go like "Thanks for the super chat. This one's for you," and then immediately die. So like as long as we don't get him to jinx himself, I think it'll be fine. That's like my worry. Or like you have to like make fun of him so then he like it flips over and activates his other luck side, that's what I gotta do. Swingbo, they give with the super chat, either say because Bettel or screw because Bettel. Yeah, the great equalizer here. So I don't know how it's gonna go, but we have not been practicing. I played a few like stages, not like a full campaign. I just played like 1 or 2 levels just to get used to the controls again. Honestly, it feels the exact same as I remember, so I don't think it'll be too difficult. Thanks for the super. This was for you guys. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's gonna be wild. Thank you for the super chat. As it should, right? Gotta carry his children. I will do my best. I don't know how well you can solo carry in Left 4 Dead 2. Asil, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. And Mr. V, thank you for the super. Thank you. Okay, wait, chat. First of all, thank you so much for all the super chats and thank you for the gifted. But before this entire Zatsu goes off the rails on just reading and responding to super chats, I have to say one thing. So about like 2 weeks ago, I put out a tweet and I was asking for some suggestions and recommendations, and I have to say that I have decided to fully commit to this was like a sizable purchase, but I have I've ordered a piano, a digital piano. So it is arriving. I don't know when it's gonna arrive because like shipping has like a weird window of like a couple of days, but I have decided to commit to a piano, and I think I got all the cables required to plug the piano into the digital interface that I have for my microphone. So I'm gonna try fiddling around with it when it arrives. I have no idea when it's going to show up. And like put that all together. And I think what I'll do is for the first couple of streams, make it just a membership stream. Because to be completely honest, I have not played the piano in like almost two decades. Almost 2 decades, chat. Like, I have not played the piano in almost 2 decades. So, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. I went and got like a couple of those like adult piano books for like self-study practice and all that. So Asil, thank you for the super chat. Piano streams, can't wait. Yes. I straight up don't know how to play anymore. Okay. Hello, Hakka. Akitos, welcome. Wings of Hope, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you. And Akitos, welcome. Good to have you here. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Hope the stream was ready. Hakka, I hope you go get some rest. Drink up. Get some food. Wiggle around a bit. Stretch your legs. Hakka says he loves you very much. Oh. CJ, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Sends his love. I hope Hakka gets a lot of rest because we have a big collab coming up soon, or in like an hour and a half-ish. So hopefully he gets a lot of rest. Wait, whoops, thank you again for the 5 additional memberships. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Yummy Nako, thank you for the super chat. Thanking you again for using my art. Of course, it's really cute. I try to use art that's like not too recent. Like if I see it, I'll like try to remember and I'll be like, oh, that was a cute art piece. I'm gonna use it for a thumbnail. And then I promptly forget, and because it's impossible to sort on Twitter, I like lose it. Which is why like I have to wait for a while until I remember, and then I'll like pick it back up again. I'll be like, oh, that's right. It was like a month ago. Hakka, thank you. And Asil, thank you for the 5 additional gifted memberships. Thank you. Maybe save them. I tried, and right now my fan art folder is close to 740 megabytes. It's adding up. Okay, to be fair, some people have like incredible uploads that are like 2000 by 2000, like absolutely massive. So like some of those are like taking up a majority of the space, but like I'm trying to, and it's like very, very difficult to save them all. Yuka, thank you for the gifted memberships. And Silent Stormfall, welcome to the collective. Welcome. Yeah. Okay, here's the thing though. I have not been able to sort them. I just downloaded them and threw them into a folder. There's no way for me to like tag because it takes way too long, but I'll try to find a way to like properly organize them. I'm so sorry, I always work with a massive canvas. Oops, no, it's okay. I appreciate it. It's like very, very high quality, high detail. I like, you can, some of the fan art, like you can zoom in and see like the texture of the clothing. And it's like, wait a minute. This is not a custom brush. Like they did each stroke individually. Like it is insane. It is like completely out of this world just how much work a lot of artists put in. So thank you so much for doing all that. Halen, thank you for the super chat. He loves us. I love you too. I just really appreciate the fact that people would go out of their way to like make a thing, like something that doesn't exist, and then like you take time out of your day to like make it appear and exist. I think that's really cool, and just like thank you so much for taking the time to do that. Please don't zoom into the flaws. Here's the fun thing. I can't tell what is and what is not a flaw because, quite frankly, I think everyone is their own worst critic. So like, if I make a mistake, I know where it is and it stands out like a sore thumb, right? But if I see someone else's work, like the entire thing could just be a mistake, right? Like maybe they just like, I don't know, like developed a photo wrong, but like now it looks like it has a really, really cool filter on it because like the whole thing is distorted, right? So I'll see that and be like, oh, whoa, that looks so cool. That's amazing. How did you do that? And then they'll be like, I accidentally opened the door to the developing room when we were filming it, and now it's kind of like grayed out. But that was a mistake, and I'll be like, that's so cool, do it again. San, thank you for the super chat. So like, do not be too harsh on yourself. I cannot tell what is and what is not a mistake. It just all looks amazing. That's how spirit photos came to be. I know a friend who like had this style with the camera where you could take double exposures on a disposable camera. So like the way they do it is they charge the camera's flash, and then they will like clap it against their palm. And what it does is it takes an exposure. Like it takes a picture, but it does not advance the film. So what you do is you charge up the flash, hit it against your palm, and then that sets off the flash. Yeah, you clap it, so you grab the disposable camera, and then you like hit it against your palm, and then that like causes a flash, and it takes an exposure, right? And then you take a regular exposure with like a regular picture, and what it does is it takes double exposure on the same piece without advancing the film, and you get these like really cool like overlaid photographs. I would highly recommend trying that if you haven't. Although like the process of getting disposable camera film like developed is a bit of a hassle on its own. But yeah, it looks really, really cool. So like, just have fun with it. No one can tell if it's like a mistake or not. Oh yeah, the thing down, because I've seen the question pop up. The thing down the thing down there at the bottom corner was given to me through the hashtag Shinri take this asset, and they called it a Shinri Wiggly. I think it's based off a seal, a dancing seal. The artist I think is Bodega Red. I believe the thing should be down below somewhere in the description. Sakura, thank you so much for the gift and membership. And Tsukino, Tsukiko Ichinose, thank you so much for the super chat. Sorry, but you're my friend Bunny My Oshi. She's feeling down right now, and I know she's watching. Can you tell her to have a great day? Maybe a cheeky moe. Tsukiko, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Bunny My, if you're listening, I hope you have a better day and that everything continues to improve. Moe koi. Hopefully the chaos and the madness of the collab later today will bring out some good feels. Hopefully. We'll see. I'm a little bit... Okay, to be completely honest, I'm a little bit worried. Well, not worried, I guess. I guess a little bit more, like, concerned. Worried has, like, a bad negative connotation to it. I would say, like, concerned. I have been watching Hakka and Altair playing Valorant. I wonder, like, is that going to be our thing? We have a Valorant arc going on now. I think like Fortnite is happening like in the background, and then like Apex was happening for a little bit, but I think like Apex is mostly a Tempus headquarters thing. Like Vanguard, the Vanguard boys and I haven't really done too much Apex right now. So like maybe Valorant. Counter-Strike 2? Okay, can I be honest? I like Fortnite a little bit more than Counter-Strike 2 because Fortnite has like... It's less... I don't know. It feels less like a commitment. You know? Like, this is why I like playing ARAMs on League instead of like a proper game of like League of Legends on Summoner's Rift. It feels less like a commitment, right? But when you play like Counter-Strike, it's like you have to commit to what, 13 rounds and back and forth, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. Also, I have no idea how the invite thing works. Apparently, like you get invited to it. It's not like a beta code or like a thing you can like get access to early. You have to get invited to it. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work out. It may end up that like we don't get access to it just because we're not lucky enough to get an invite. But that's Valorant 2. Okay, here's the thing though. Valorant, I think is better because it's colorful. That's my excuse, really. It's colorful. Like, the abilities are fun to look at. They're fun to see. And like, I don't know. Like, okay, here's the thing. Like, it's not even just that, right? But like the variety of like abilities, I think is very nice for Valorant compared to like Counter-Strike. Sen, thank you for the super chat. I like Fortnite. Why did this make me laugh? The bug is getting to us. And Zama-sama, Rizzy, thank you for the super chats. Call me again when Counter-Strike has a sexy rat skin. Honestly, yeah. If Counter-Strike comes out with a sexy rat skin, I'll play Counter-Strike. Like legit. I clip it right now and like hold me to it. If CS:GO Counter-Strike 2 comes out with a sexy rat skin, I will become a CS2 streamer. Like that's what I'll do. Like we'll have like a month of like weekly Counter-Strike games if it has a sexy rat skin. All right. Go Diego, Guidi. Thank you for reopening the membership. Thank you. And Jose Garza, welcome to the collective. Okay, but like here's the thing. Okay, as far as I know, in Counter-Strike, you have like flashbangs, regular like explodey boom boom grenades, smoke, and like decoys. I think you have those four, right? Oh no, not the rat skin. You should be studying. Thank you for re-upping the membership of Koidi. Frag grenades, yeah. Wait, are frag grenades different from like the heat grenades? Heavy explosive? No, high explosion? I don't know. HE grenades, those. Are they different? Are they the same thing? They both explode, right? Okay, but like what I'm saying is like in Counter-Strike, everyone has like the same guns, you know? It's all the same guns and it's all the same like utility, I guess. Like that I would just call them utility because I call them utility in Valorant, right? But like I don't know. You know, like in Valorant, it's like you have smokes, but then you have like smokes that are more than smokes. Like you have jet smokes that have, like they last very short time, or you have like brimstones smokes which last a long time, right? And then you also have even like harbors smokes, which are like not only smokes but like barriers. And I love the variety, right? Because it adds to like there's just more things you could do with it, you know? You like the variety of having different things to look at? Honestly, yeah. And just the way that they play, I think, is a lot more fun that way. Valorant's about how you use utility. Exactly. Like, you can cut a map up into different segments with, like, not only just the abilities, but, like, the combination of abilities. And, like, the way that you wall off certain things, the way that you smoke, or, like, you know, how Phoenix and Viper have their walls. Like, you can do so many cool things with it that, like, every single match really does feel different. But like Counter-Strike, I don't know. I feel like it's just too like there's one there's like one layer of like less, and I don't like that. Rainbow Six Siege, isn't every of that operator have different stuff? They do. I have not played Rainbow Six Siege though. CS seems linear. I feel like once you memorize like a few things on a few maps, you just kind of go, it just kind of becomes like how well you can execute it. But like, I don't know, it doesn't have like that little oomph factor that Valorant has for me. CS stands for Counter-Strike, yeah. Depending on how they format it, it'll probably be huge in esports. I'm not sure, to be honest. I feel like Counter-Strike will be strong in the sense that like Dota 2 was huge, but like it'll just be like, I don't know if there'll be like a big resurgence, you know? I don't know. I think, to be honest, with the most recent update to Fortnite and how Fortnite now has like the Unreal Game Engine editor, I think that one actually has a bit more of like a potential to pop off with like accessibilities, because like it allows you to do so much more in the game and like create different maps and all that. I saw Magni showed off a few like really cool maps and just how like detailed they are. I think like that has the potential to pop off a bit more than like while CS2 is nice, I don't know if it's like enough, you know, like it honestly feels more like a graphical update with like the smokes, and that's about it. I'm not really too sure though. CS2 is basically Overwatch 2. I'm not sure if I agree with that one. See, they're like very distinct, different like games with like different pacing. Overwatch is like, yeah, they're very different games. I mean, they're like similar in the sense that they're FPS games, but beyond that, I don't know if I would say that. They're very different. You should be studying, like, give for the super chat. We can debate which game is better, but Valorant is definitely more fun to watch, at least for me, and I am a boomer. Sometimes I like to turn off my head, turn off my brain, and then just like look at the pretty colors. The pretty colors are more than enough sometimes for me. Sen, thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you. Also, like, I really do enjoy like Fortnite's just like randomness. Like as many times as like weird, like as you like end up on the wrongs or the, how should I say this? Like as many times as you end up in a bad position in Fortnite, there are also equally enough times where you just pull off really silly stuff that I think it balances out pretty well. Yeah. I think the person was comparing Overwatch to CS was doing so in that their sequels are just big updates. Ah, okay. I would... No, that's actually fair. That's fair. I agree with that one. Like the updates. Like, you know, like CS Counter-Strike 2 is to Counter-Strike Go as Overwatch 2 was to Overwatch 1. I can kind of, I would say that, like, it's a fair, like, it's an update. It's not, like, groundbreakingly different. You know, it doesn't add too much. I would agree with that one. Really partial to The Division. Feels like a one-player game, not a social game. I have not played The Division at all. I feel like Division came out a bit too early. Like, it's not the time for extraction shooters yet. I feel like it's just at the beginning with like, wait, chat, do you guys remember PUBG? Like the early days of PUBG, right? Not even just like PUBG, but like back then it was the DayZ mod, right? Like, I feel like it's that right now with extraction shooters. Like, it's starting to get there, and like Tarkov hasn't kind of been doing its own thing, but like I'm seeing more and more games coming out with that sensation of like we had like a battle royale, how like that one kind of snuck in, and then out of nowhere it just like took over the gaming world by storm. Man, I remember having an argument with one of my friends because like this was back in like 2015 I think. Like it was like at the very end of MOBAs, you know, we saw like a new MOBA coming out every single month, and there was a whole bunch of like talk about, oh, what's gonna come out next after MOBAs, what's gonna happen afterwards, right? How did they give you the super chat? Anyone told you that you were super cool? No, not yet, but thank you for the super chat. Like this was like around 2014, 2015. 2016 maybe, or like, no, 2016 was way too late. Like 2014 I think was when we had the discussion of like, oh, you know, what's gonna come out after MOBAs, and a lot of people thought it would be hero shooters. So like the whole like Overwatch type of stuff, like that's what people thought was going to be like the next big thing, and then all the hero shooters I think just ended up dying. Like overnight, like people just lost interest in it, and then battle royales took off. And I could not imagine like how fast like battle royales took over. Battleborn, oh my gosh, that. Ooh, Battleborn was a. Chat. Thank you, chat. Thank you. But like. Battleborn, ooh, hero shooters. That was a thing. Chat, thank you. But no more spamming, no spamming. It's all good. Thank you though. It was an attempt, yeah. It definitely was a game of all time. True. I think like the only hero shooter I think is still relevant anyway is TF2. That's a precursor to hero shooters, right? Like it had like different differentiating abilities and like aspects, but like otherwise it was still pretty much like a fast-paced game. But like, I don't know. I thought I was part of the hero shooter camp, but like no, battle royales took over and everybody started playing battle royales. I even remember when like people would like follow game developers and what was it? It was like a cartoony version of, it was a cartoony MOBA. Oh gosh, it was a third-person cartoony MOBA that was like a hero shooter-esque game. It was like 5 versus 5, and like you had to push. Smite? No, not Smite. It was the other one, the other game. Oh goodness, I cannot remember. Paladins! Yeah, it was Paladins. I remember when Paladins came out with the Battle Royale mode. What was it called? Heroes Champions of the Realm or something like that? I don't know. Paladins was like a push-pull, like it was like a hero shooter, right? And then when they noticed that hero shooters were dying, they went ahead and pivoted hard into the Battle Royale like genre. And they made their own like Champions of the Realm. Yeah, that one. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Gui, thank you so much for the Akasupa. Here's something for your moving out / piano / delicious food / whatever you need / treat for you / reminder that you are awesome fund. Oh, Gui, thank you. Thank you so much for the Akasupa. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wait, where was I? Oh right, that's right. Ami-senpai has a voice pack with that. Yeah, that's really cool. What was it? Oh, right. Going back to the Battle Royale thing. I had an argument with a friend who I won't say their name because they're like a public figure, but they work in the company now that works on the Battle Royale. We had an argument about like what would survive, and I was like, oh no, it's definitely gonna be hero shooters. And then he was all like, no, it's Battle Royale, trust me, it's gonna be Battle Royales. And I was like, all right, let's see who wins, right? And then he won. Now Battle Royales are everywhere, like, oh my gosh. Gui, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Thank you. Yeah, the friend got the win. Yeah. And then here I am playing Fortnite at like 11 p.m. up until like 2 a.m. with Magni, so I guess he got the last laugh. But no, like a lot of battle royals are coming, and I think personally for me, like, I mean, I have been wrong in the past, but if I were to make like an educated guess, I think after battle royales, extraction shooters will become a next thing. But I don't know. I feel like extraction shooters have like the growing pains at the moment where like they're really engaging, but they have like that one balancing issue right now that is going to get in the way of everything. Extraction shooters, yeah, like GTFO, The Cycle, Tarkov, and a few more. I think The Division was one of like the early extraction shooters out there where like you enter a map, and the map has like maybe 10, 15, 20 people. So it's not like 100 people, right? But it's like about 20 people or so, right? And the map is huge. And what you do is you go around, you like start looting for items and upgrades and rare materials and this and that. And the idea is that you are risking everything that you bring into the map. And then if you die, you lose it all. But if you're able to go in, loot, kill enemies, and then take all the stuff and survive and be able to extract it, you can take it back to your like home base or your stash, and you're able to like develop your, you know, your base or your upgrades and all that stuff. I think that has a pretty good like gameplay cycle. Like the way that you repeat the gameplay pattern is very nice. But it's like very difficult to balance as one very important aspect. Didn't you say you didn't enjoy? I didn't enjoy it until I realized like I could be a rat. Like literally just go out there and then like hoard a bunch of stuff. So my entire stash right now is filled with junk that I'm not using, but like itches that nice little part of my brain that's like, must collect things and hoard. So yeah. I've seen a game called The Finals. I have not. It is not familiar to me. Okay, but like, I'm gonna be honest, Dark and Darker seems overwhelming to me. Bettel was talking about that actually. He kept bringing up Dark and Darker, and we wanted to play it together. I don't know if we have perms for that yet. We've been asking for it, but it looks like a lot of fun. I think it'd be really cool if we had like a Dark and Darker like guild thing where like all of us are playing or like as close to our roles as possible. Like there's obviously going to be like a mage and like archers, and like I guess like Altair could be like a frontline tank paladin thing. I don't know if there's like a jester role or like a machinist role or something, you know, but like, oh, it looks really cool. Problem with extraction suitors is that it draws in both PvE and PvP crowd, but rarely meets the meat of either side. Yeah. I think the big thing right now is like, number one, there has to be an incentive to bring in good gear. And I don't know any game right now that meets that criteria or meets that balance. You know, like honestly, like you can play Tarkov with like the cheapest items, like the free items that you get with scavenger runs, and you'll be fine. There really is no point in bringing very expensive gear because you'd still die pretty much the same way. I don't know, like like that's the one thing that you gotta balance, you know. The risk of losing it all is a high for most. I feel like it is, but like when it comes to the high for most, the most encompasses a player base that is so small that I don't know if a game company can survive just off of them. Like very hardcore players will love it, but the casual player will not. And I don't think that's like a great way to grow your player base. If like casual players hop in and feel like, oh no, I haven't grinded, you know, for 8 hours, so I feel already behind. And if I log in, I risk losing everything, all the progress I've made so far. So like that's the big thing that's like a balance that they need to do. Gotta satisfy the casuals. The casuals do make up a lot of the player base. Like, I think for like every single game, like 55 to 60% of the player base just plays it casually. And like they are the ones that keep the player population like alive. Imagine being a casual gamer. I say being a casual gamer. Honestly, I'm pretty casual too. I have not found a game that I am willing to commit to. Like I know my friends right now who play League of Legends. They've played for about 8 years and they're still in silver, but they're having fun. You know, like to them, playing on the ranked modes is just like, oh, you know, I'm gonna try playing top, and like I've played top for about 2 years. I'm just gonna have fun with that because, you know, it's what I like to play, and I can respect that. For me, I don't know if I could do that. Like if I play a game for that long, I feel like at some point I have to get really good at it. But like that's just like my mindset. You know, I don't want to do things and not improve over time. I'm casual with everything except Splatoon 3 and Balloons Tower Defense 6. I love colors. You're casual. Scoffs and casual, right? Hey, Flayon. Welcome, welcome. Also, Bettel. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Maki Bruns. And welcome, Battalion. Hope you guys had a lot of fun. I was watching part of the gameplay. I stopped watching when the formerly zombie dog that grew a machine gun turned into a zombie T-Rex. I don't know what was going on with that, but I feel like there's a lot of lore that I missed that would have connected the points between the machine gun zombie dog and the zombie T-Rex. I have no idea what was going on there, but I think that's my fault for not paying more attention to the story. I'll do better next time. So, yeah. I want to play all the Resident Evil games, but like, I don't know what was going on with that one. I don't know what was happening over there. Like, apparently the zombie dog thing was fast enough to follow a train. and like keep up with it, like going full speed, and then there was like a bomb that turned people into zombies, but like they only did it for like one random city. Like I don't understand. Say hi to Jerry. Okoiri. Let's just say the virus they created made it super ridiculous to the point where they become zombies, beast boys / cyborg. Yeah, there's definitely a thing that I'm missing when it comes to the Resident Evil lore there. Mahina Panda, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. RE6 had a very different direction than 7 and 8. I can tell just a little bit. Like, it's super action gamey. I would say it's akin to like, chat, do you guys remember Saints Row, the video game? How there's like Saints Row like 1 and 2, and then like it was trying to compete against Grand Theft Auto, and then Saints Row was like, nah, we can't beat Grand Theft Auto. Like Grand Theft Auto is too powerful of a franchise, and we can't beat them. So let's just do our own thing. And then Saints Row, like 3 tried it a little bit, and they were like, wait a minute, this is working, right? And then they went to Saints Row 4, and they just went absolutely off the rails with Saints Row 4. Right? Like, you play 1 and you're like, this is like a knockoff GTA, right? But then you get to 3 and 4 and you're like, what happened here? It's a completely different game. 3 hit the right spot. Yeah, 4 was weird but fun. Yeah, I think 4, my personal take was 3 was like the right amount of goofiness. And then 3 just went like crazy. I had no idea what was going on with 4. I feel like that's what happened between like Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, and then like in 4 they were like, how about we try a little bit more actiony, you know? And then they do the whole like, you know, the boulder punching thing too in 5. Like, I don't know, like 5 and 6, I feel like Resident Evil 5 and 6 just took a different turn. A very, very different turn. And then afterwards they woke up and hung over and they're like, whoa, that was bad. Let's not do that again. And then they went to 7 and 8, which is like a lot better now. 4 is testing the limit of what is allowed. Is that what happens to all the franchises? Is that what happens to all the franchises? Like 1 and 2 are like pretty good, right? And then 3, by the time you get to 3, people are like, nah, I've seen it all. I'm kind of bored, right? And then like 4, like 4 is where things start to go off the rails, where like the development team is like, yeah, we've done this way too many times. Like we've seen this enough. We know what the story is, right? Let's do something crazy. And then they just go wild with number 4. And then it just goes crazier from there. 5, 6 feel like Michael Bay action games with the name Resident Evil slapped on them. Yeah, some of the scenes that I saw were the cutscenes. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I appreciate when game companies try something new with the game. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and that's okay. Yeah, at least they don't give up, you know? Love the lore videos. Keep it coming. Thank you. I will do my best. I'll do my best. Everything just explodes. Power scaling gets messy. That's the constant escalation. I feel like at that point, like when you get to the end, you're like, where are we? Like you finish the game and you're like, where do we stand now? You know, like you look at the characters like, well, Chris could literally punch down boulders. And now you have Chris in like Resident Evil 7, who's like gone super commando and like wears like skin tight clothes and is like a special ops guy instead of like boulder punching guy. Like what happened? One of the things I appreciate with the company right now, never give up to improve and do new things. Don't fear to break the mold. I think at some point, when you have enough of a player base with the franchise as big as Resident Evil, you are free to make those like you are free to like experiment and like do those wild things, you know? They made a reference in Village. Oh, we haven't gotten there yet, but hopefully we can see it. He ran out of boulders to punch. Chris hit puberty part 2. He really did. He's built like a fridge in 7. Like when we saw him at the very beginning of the game, he like busted into the house. He like filled the doorway Like, he's got like shoulders the size of the doorway. It was wild. The Resident Evil movies, man, I feel bad that they never made a Resident Evil movie. You know, like, wouldn't it be cool if like they made a movie based on Resident Evil and like we got to see it? But like, too bad that never happened, you know? Like, in the same way that I'm really sad that they never made Avatar: The Last Airbender as a movie. You know, like, oh gosh, it'd be so cool if they were able to adapt it to like the big screen, but such a shame they never did, you know? Or like the Dragon Ball movie, like the very first one, man, like imagine if you like turned and like adapted Dragon Ball, the live action movie. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. But then, like, you know, they never got around to doing it, so. You could thank you for the super chat. Chris Redfield, absolute Yuta. He really is. Really, those shoulders though. Right, it's absolutely a big shame that it never happened. Never happened. They're finally making a Mario movie. Oh my gosh, I've seen someone. Okay, wait, chat, is it just me? Is it just me, or like, it's like, just for like a moment, let's talk about the thing. Like, it's not even a thing, like a side note, right? Am I seeing things? Or like, does Mario kind of look like Chris Pratt? And like, Bowser kind of look like Jack Black? Like, they kind of look like their character, like the actors. I don't know why, but there's like certain like proportions of the facial features, but I see it, I'm like, wait, did they model? It looks like someone took like, it looks like someone took the actors, the faces, and then like kind of merged them together. They kind of do look like the actors, and I don't know why. No, like legit, like go look at like a picture of Mario from like Mario Kart or like Mario Party, right? And then compare like the Mario from the movie, and then look at Chris Pratt's face and just be like, wait a minute, like they kind of look like they have. He does. I don't know why. Like, there's a little part of me where I look at it and it's like, no, like definitely, like the way their face is like proportioned, I guess. I don't know. Is this why Bowser looks sexy? I have. Wouldn't be surprised if it was for facial tracking. Perhaps, maybe. I think that might be why. Ian Sampson got it. It helps with the animations. Probably. Maybe. But like, for the longest time, right? When I saw the trailers, I was looking at them like, something seems odd. Like, Mario looks like a Mario version of Chris Pratt. You know, that's why I saw them like, wait a minute. He looks like Chris Pratt. Like, there's no way, right? And then every one of my friends were like, Shinri, you are seeing things. Like, you need to go and like rub your eyeballs and like wash them out, because they're not. But no, like, I swear, like there's a part of my head, I look at them like, it kind of does look like Chris Pratt. Yeah, I don't know. I see what you mean. My friends live reacted and they were like, it's just Chris Pratt. Exactly, right? I swear, there's like a small group of us on the internet right now who sees it, and like another group that doesn't see it. A squishy version of Chris Pratt plus Jack Black. Yeah. It's like the black and blue or the white and gold dress. If you guys remember the phenomenon on the internet that took it by storm, like that, yeah, it's that. It's the dress round 2. To this day, I can only see it as black and blue, but like, that's kind of because I'm familiar with the weird color of like department stores inside malls. So like my brain automatically filters that yellow color lighting out. So Yanni and Laurel too, right? I only see the black and blue. I can't see anything else. Like, I try my best to see it as white and gold, but I don't know, like the yellow lighting is so iconic in department stores at the malls that I used to go to as a child that like my brain just mentally filters that out. Yeah. I always thought it was black and blue. I swear there was like a group of people who only saw it as black and blue and the other people who only saw it as white and gold. Oh, Thomas, just give me glasses. Shinri, you are seeing things. Them Zena Kunimals, yeah. Is it not black and blue? I think the official dress is black and blue. Like there is a listing of it that you can see online, but that is based on like a white background with like white lighting. But like in the store, it was with a different color lighting. So like it appeared differently in people's minds or like eyes when they saw it. There was another one with Barbie and Ken where Barbie like holds up a pair of boxer shorts and like rips it, and then Ken is like, oh Barbie, those are vintage, right? But then like because you hear it through a speaker or through a microphone at a distance on a speaker, it sounds like Ken swearing. There is one, yeah, like from Toy Story 3. I think it was from Toy Story 3, yeah. But like no, if you go to YouTube, right, you can like look it up, like Ken swears Barbie something. I don't know what the right term for that to find is, right? But there's a clip where it sounds like Ken is swearing, but he's just saying, oh Barbie, those are vintage, you know, that's what he's saying, but like it sounds like he's swearing it. So I think it's really cool how like your brain will work really hard to like piece together things like based off of like not enough like information. Like when you hear a sound, right, you can hear it now. Oh yeah, there we go, some people are looking it up. Yeah. Like when you hear a sound and you know that it is like human speech, but it's not good enough to like discern exactly what that sound is, your brain tries to like put it together and be like, oh, like I think this is what they're saying, and then it makes you hear it. The brain is 50% autocorrect. That's such a good way to do it. That's such a good way to put it. Your brain autocorrects, right? I saw the thing going around on Twitter about like you type in what was it called again? The time I was isekai'd and reincarnated as, and then you let your phone autocomplete, and mine was the time I got isekai'd and got reincarnated as a live streamer. And I felt called out for a moment, like because it knew I had never used the word live streamer in my like phone's like vocabulary, but it like called me out. So like I love the autocomplete, the wildness, the wonkiness, the silliness. It knows, yeah, it knows. I feel like you can all try it right now. Like if you have a phone, you can just go ahead and like the time I got isekai and reincarnated as, and then like you see what the next like noun is. Your FBI agent knows. Oh no. I'm so sorry to my FBI agent and all the Google searches that I've been doing, trying to find like sound effects for body parts. They'll be like, what is Shinri like searching? Like arm being dismembered and dropped onto floor? Hardwood floor versus carpet? What's going on? And it's like, I'm just searching for Foley sound effects. That's all I'm doing. Like there's a difference. Okay, chat, there's a difference between like your abdomen getting stabbed versus like your arm getting stabbed. Like there's a different sound that they make, and trying to find like stock sound effects that like replicate it closely is very difficult. So like you have to try different like key terms to see like what like sound it is, because again I'm using that Japanese like stock sound effect website, so like the terms that I use in English don't necessarily transfer over to like the Japanese keyword search term categorizations. I don't know, but but yeah. So to my FBI and NSA agent who like follows me around. Thank you for keeping me safe-ish, I guess. I'm sorry you have to see my Google searches, and I wish that your socks fit snugly and warm. You can thank you for the super chat. Cabbage stabbing sound effect. Exactly. Pika Pika, thank you for the super chat. Speaking of which, Shinri, do you know that as long as the first and last letters are the same, this can be read. Hopefully, sending this is too funny. Thank you so much for the super chat, Pika Pika. That was really cool. Yeah, it's like a really cool way to like, I don't know, categorize. Well, not categorize, like speed read. I think because your brain like puts things together in context. So yeah. Oh, I guess I should say it again because we had 2 raids and we have a whole bunch of more companions here nowadays. I'll make the announcement again. I went ahead and I bought a digital piano. So hopefully in the future we will have like piano streams. When it arrives, I'll spend a couple of days like figuring out the finicky connection part because I had no idea how to get the sound. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I could just like bring up the gain on my microphone and then play the sound through the piano speakers. But I don't think that's the best way to do it. I think the better way to do it is to like get the piano and then plug it directly into the interface, the microphone interface, and then that way there'll be a direct like sound, I think, from the piano into the interface, into OBS and onto the stream. So I'll try to figure out how that works. But like moving forward, hopefully I am able to schedule a few membership streams. I will say though, as a caveat, I have not played piano in a long time. Will it be too loud for your housemates? Aha. So the power of digital pianos is that I can plug in a cable that goes from my piano into the interface and it never plays a sound out of the speakers. It goes from the piano into the interface, and then from the interface I monitor through my headset so I can hear it, but it does not play any sound. So my housemates will not hear anything. It makes a silent outside. Yeah. Diggy Dog Dave, Okoidi, thank you for re-upping the membership. Maybe you can hook it up to a loop station. I do not have a loop station. I do not have a loop station. So I don't know. I have not asked Magni how much those are going to be, how expensive they are. But like, if I could, I would. Though I think at this point, I kind of want to just commit. I want to commit to the piano. I want to get good at the piano again, okay? What I did was I went and bought a bunch of books for like practicing piano. So like I'm doing the scales, I'm doing the like stuff, the finger exercises. Oh, my hand is big enough that I can hit a full octave. So like C to the next C, up or down. Like I can hit the whole octave. So like I need to get my fingers like nimble again. San, thank you so much for the super chat. Loop station fun. Thank you. Thank you. But I will say I am pretty sure I want to leave loop station thing for like for Magni. I want that to be his thing. I don't want to like encroach upon his domain. You know, like that's where his power lies. The big dragon hands. I mean, hang on. Do I have it with me right now? No, I have like a ruler to measure because like the piano is pretty big. I was trying to figure out how I can get it on my desk. How many keys? Okay, so I went ahead and I got the Yamaha P71, which I hear is identical to the P45, except the P71 is sold exclusively on Amazon. So like they're the exact same, they're just used different numbers because one is sold by a different retailer. I could not afford the entire thing in one go, so I have a payment plan for it. So like it's a nice little reminder of like every month I pay a little bit to pay it off. But like it's like a gym membership. Like I have to remind myself, okay, like I'm paying every single month to get good use out of this once it arrives. So we'll have to do that. It's a full 88 key piano, digital piano. But like when it arrives, I'll plug it in and we'll do like a couple of membership streams with that. And once I get somewhat good enough at it, like presentable levels of good, I will go ahead and try to like open it up to the public and like throw myself out in front of everybody. Momo, Ieka, Okoiri. Hope every kois have a good day today. Also too, thank you. Piano hand cam. Maybe. I need to find like a proper setup. I don't know how I would do a piano hand cam. Like I would need a full-on setup of like a webcam above my desk that like points to the piano downwards, but like I don't know. I'll do my best to like see if I can get it. I have no idea how big this thing is gonna be on my desk. I have like an estimate, but beyond that, I don't know what the estimate is. Get Mana-chan to help. Mana-chan is back in Zenokuni. I am currently here in Utopia in the guild hall, so it's a little bit difficult to get Mana-chan to come all the way here to the guild hall, because Mana-chan is currently working remote back from Zenokuni. Never being the big hand allegations. One of these days, when I get like a proper thing, I'll show you all. I'm like eight eggs, 8 chicken eggs, like regular chicken eggs. Magni has done quite a few hand cams. Ask him maybe. Yeah, I'll ask. I think I need to get up like a proper setup, of like a maybe like PVC pipes. That shouldn't be too difficult to set up. I just need the space and the time to get something set up though. You could try the loop thingy when you visit Magni. You two can have fun and make something cool. Maybe. He has opened up invites to like schedule an off collab after he and Bettel had a wonderful time. So hopefully. The legendary 8 eggs. Chat, it's not that legendary. It's not that legendary. It's literally just like I open my fingers and then I put the eggs in there. Like I open my palm out with my fingers outstretched and then I just hold 8 eggs. And that's all it is. It's nothing like crazy. It's 8 eggs in one hand. Yeah. It's 8 eggs in one hand. Mythical. No, Chad, do not hype up the eggs. It's literally just eggs in a hand. I mean, they're not that... I mean, hang on. I mean, I'm pretty sure like most people can hold like 6 eggs. Okay, like if you stretch your fingers out a little bit, right? Like imagine you're holding onto a plate, right? Imagine you're holding a plate, like, and then you put the eggs on that, right? Like you can easily hold 4 just with your fingers. Like between your thumb and your index, you can hold 1. And then between your index and your middle finger, you can hold another 1. And then between your middle finger and your ring finger, you can hold another 1. That's like already 4 easy, right? That's over half a dozen eggs. See, the way, if you say it that way, it sounds more impressive than it is. It'll fall? Okay, I will, one of these days I'll do a proper hand cam and then I'll show you the 8 eggs. But no, chat, it's It's not that amazing. I don't know. I feel okay, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go ahead and like let chat hype up the 8 eggs thing, and I'm gonna be like, all right, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. The day that Shinri reveals that he can hold 8 eggs in his hand, right? And it'll be a hand cam, and then like I'll have my hand out and then like slowly place like 1 egg at a time, and then it'll be like 1 egg, 2 egg, 3 egg, 4 egg, 5 egg. It'll be like that, and then we get to 8, and it'll be like, there we go, 8 eggs. And then that'll be the end of the stream. Like, I'll have nothing else to show off, you know? I thought you could hold 8 eggs lined up horizontally. I'm not sure if that's possible. I have never met anyone who's able to hold 8 eggs like lined up horizontally together, like end to end. That's a lot. It'll be just like a 4-minute VOD, and then like 3 of those minutes will be my intro and outro, and then like 30 seconds of it will just be like me holding onto eggs. And counting just 1 egg, 2 egg, 3 egg. You can bake something with the eggs and then decorate it. I've not tried baking. You could try breaking your 8 egg record. Swingbo and Seal, thank you for the super chats. Okay, here's the thing. I can't break 8 eggs because 8 eggs is my limit. I can hold eggs like on top of it. Like I can make a pyramid of eggs, but I don't really count those because the eggs aren't in contact with my hand, you know? Like, I can put 8 eggs in my hand, and then like in the gaps between the eggs, I can like stack additional eggs, but then it just becomes a pyramid, you know? And I don't count the ones, like if they're not touching my hand, then like that's not really holding the egg, you know? It's balancing the egg. How many times have you held 8 eggs? 3 times. The very first time was because I was trying to move all my eggs from this one container to another container, and I was just like very lazy, so I just like held 8 eggs in my hand as I was moving them to the other container because I had to like free the other hand to like move containers around. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh cool, I can hold 8 eggs. And then I mentioned that to my friends and they were like, nah, Cap, I don't believe you. And then I showed them off twice. Once like just in person, and then a second time also I guess in person, because I don't know how else I would do that. But yeah. Just use smaller eggs. Exactly, chat. My hands are actually incredibly small and tiny, and I can hold 8 quail eggs. Adrian, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. They're just like very, very small. I wonder actually how many quail eggs could I hold? Like if I remember how big quail eggs are, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm sure I could hold at least like 13 quail eggs. 13. Like quail eggs they're like oblong, so they do take up a bit of space. With your hand horizontally, how many keys do you cover on a keyboard? Okay, so what I'm gonna do, Church of Shinri Specs, thank you for the super chat. I'm gonna put my wrist on my caps lock button, okay? And then I bring it down, my middle finger hits the L key. So like if I take the base of my palm where the wrist connects on my caps lock key, and I bring my hand down, it touches the L key. So like that. Yeah. And I think chat, you've seen my keyboard already. It's like a regular standard sized, like full key with the 10 keypad thing on the side. How to translate keyboard? I don't know, chat. Like, okay, here, let me try again. Yeah, I can reach the L key with my middle finger. Let's see. My index finger reaches the less than sign. my ring finger reaches 8, almost to 9, and then my pinky hits F5. Shinri, I need you to use a ruler. I don't have one. I don't have a ruler. It's not like a thing that I usually have. I am on an AU keyboard and the caps lock is off the other side, so I don't have a point of reference. I don't know, chat. I feel like... What key are you starting from again? Okay, so I'm putting the base of my wrist on the edge of the caps lock key. So like the far left hand side. And then I'm bringing my hand just straight down. My hand goes to the J. Aww. I can only reach the J? Wait. Oh, that's kind of cute. It's like the hands in Superliminal, the bloody handprints that were like supposed to be very threatening, but were just kind of small, and you're like, oh. Vince, thank you for the super chat. Egg holding hand cam off collab with Magni would be par for the course, considering he and Bettel did a water tasting stream. This is true. Just a collab where we just take turns holding things and we measure the width of our hand in terms of various objects. Aruki, welcome to the collective. Blue Mantis, thank you for the super chat. Shinri can hold so many koi in one hand. Yes. I can also take my hat off and then like flip it upside down and make a little bowl. And then like toss a bunch of kois in there. I think it'd be very cute. Ashley, thank you for the super chat. At this point, your hand could grab my entire face and rip it off. It was great up until the last point. I think this is D&D monster that like rips people's faces off. And if you like fail a saving throw, then like it does that. Shinri got everyone measuring their hands with keyboards. Thank you for the super chat. Wait, whoops. And Swingbow, thank you. A moment of silence for all the tiny hands, gang. I would say petite, cute. Small hands. So like, I guess that would be like just like a regular guesstimate, I guess, for the size of hands. Very small hands, right? Have you ever tried holding a basketball? I think I tried when I was younger. I haven't tried recently, mostly because I don't have a basketball. But like, I would like to try. I'm tempted to go get some eggs. Just be careful. What I would recommend you try is get like a towel or like 2 towels and like fold them up so they make a nice little cushy like landing spot in case you accidentally drop an egg, you don't break it. Or like have a bowl underneath to catch it if you want to like make omelets. But like, yeah. Medium hands are premium. I made it to K. Ooh. Big hands. How the heck do you hold eggs between fingers? I mean, there's like a nice little divot that they just like fall into, don't they? Like you only need 2 fingers to hold on to an egg because like they cradled it, and then like I don't know, chat. I feel like this is being taken out of proportion. It's just eggs. I'm literally getting eggs BRB. Oh my gosh. Please make sure you take care of the eggs. Do not break them. Index and point finger, like your thumb and then your index finger can hold like an egg. Grade AAA, AA, white or brown. I don't know if the color of the eggs matters for the size, but like average store-bought eggs. No, now I wonder how many tennis balls you could hold in one hand. Probably 4, but I would have to hold my hands funny because they're pretty big. Like 3 easily, but like maybe 4 if I like stretch my fingers out. Reminds me, I did the egg test. I could also hold 8 eggs. See, it's not that crazy. Salty B, yeah, let's go 8 eggs gang. Let's go. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for promoting good egg safety. Hello, Eggy. Thank you for the super chat. Am I allowed to stack eggs? You can, but you only count the ones that are like in some contact. And you can only count the ones that are like direct contact with your finger and palm. Because then you can like super glue like 20 eggs in a straight line and then just balance it like a stick. And that's kind of cheaty. Mark Okoiri, would you be interested in doing a hand cam stream where all you do is hold various items? I mean, I feel like I'm pretty like average when it comes to holding items. I mean, it'll just be like, here's Shinri, hold a can. And you'd be like, that's an average looking hand holding a can. Holding a that's what I should do. I should do like a thing where I just hold birds. I want to do that. I want to hold a chicken. I feel like a chicken will be very nice and soft to hold. Because like they look like they're really puffy and then you just like scoop them. And then you just hold them. Like they look like they'd be very soft. Nothing reflective. I'm not sure if chickens are too reflective. Holding collective hands on a can. I saw a video, a short about this guy who was like calling koi fish like water puppies because every single time he went to go like feed the koi fish, they would all like rush up to it, the guy's hand and start like trying to nibble on his fingers. And it was like the cutest thing ever because he was trying to like brush him aside gently to like push him away because like the feeder that they had was this thing underwater where he would like put the feed into it and it would like release the food at like regular intervals. But like he had to get his hand into the water and like the koi would constantly just keep going over and like nibbling his fingers over and over again because they're like, oh, it's food time. So they would just be like, and it was so cute. It looked really adorable. I want to hold like sea critters in my hand, I think. Like I want to pet a stingray. It's been a long time, but I know there's a big aquarium around here in Utopia where you can go and like pet like stingrays. Not stingrays, I think. They're like manta rays. The ones that are not dangerous. They look like they'd be very like squishy to like pet. I want to pet one. Stingrays are very nice to pet, right? They look very nice. They look very cute. You can pet rays. There are some places, some aquariums where you can go and like they will have shallow pools where you can sit on the edge and like pet manta rays. Oh, the manta rays are massive. I don't know what the small ones are. Sea flaps. Sea pancakes. Aren't they squishy because they are cartilaginous? Cartilaginous. That's a funny word to pronounce. But yeah, they don't have like bone. They have like cartilage. So they're kind of like, they're more like, they're more like your ear, I guess would be the best way to explain it. Like imagine like the texture of your ear, right? And like how difficult it is, or like flap your ear, like the cartilage there, it's like that, but imagine it really big and it's an animal and it like flaps around. Like that's what it is. Ear and nose. Yeah. So like that's the kind of like texture that I hear is a sea flap. So I want to go pet a sea flap. I want to pet one. They look really cute. They are feisty. If you don't hold the wings, they will fly away and slap you with them. As the owner of Burbs, also how you hold Hakka when you put him in the pillowcase. For Hakka, we just like knocked him out and then just like threw him into the pillowcase. So like head first, I guess, would be the way we describe it. But beyond that, I don't know. The sea flap. I think they're just really, really cute. I want to pet one. Really. Bettel has experience with that. Viewer submission stream of collective hand-holding pigs and scoopable things. I guess we could do something like that in the future. I don't know. You were there when it happened. I mean, I saw the commotion. Okay, to be fair, I heard the commotion first, and then I saw it because I was like, what's going on there? And I checked them out, and like I saw the kerfluffle happen. They might bite you if you feed them, though. I had that happen once. Does it hurt? I feel like they can't do too much like injury to you, you know? I've touched and fed rays before. Very fun. I want to go pet. Hold koi gently like hamburger. Exactly. Gotta be very gentle with them. Man, it's been a long time since I've been to the aquarium. Like, I have not been in... when was the last time I went there? 2006? 2008? I'm pretty sure it was before 2010. So I think it was like mid 2000s. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because in 2010, I was like in Ronin Academy. Yeah, I think around like 2026, 28, or 2008, 2006. Like, that's been a long time since I've been to an aquarium. So I do want to go check them out one of these days. I do want to go back. Stingray slap you if you're unlucky. I will throw myself in front of everyone to protect them from getting slapped by a stingray. Aquariums are very nice when they're not crowded. You have to find the times when like no one is going there. There was like this one museum that we went to, my friends and I, because we're just really bored. But like we went there on like a Tuesday, like right before lunch. A peepo, Akoidi. One of the best aquariums I went to was the Monterey Bay, and that place inspired Finding Dory. Ooh, I would love to check that out. Thank you so much for reopening the membership, Okoidi. What is it? Where was I? Oh, yeah. It's been a long time since I've been to an aquarium, but like another place I haven't been to many often is like a museum. But we went there on like a Tuesday, like right before lunchtime, and there was nobody there. There was nobody there. It was really cool because like it was one of those like it was like one of those like very chill museums that like didn't have guards. Like it wasn't like a really big museum. It was just kind of like a small-ish local museum that had like artwork and like pottery and like sculptures and stuff from like local artists, right? But like they didn't have any guards. There weren't any like cameras. Like it was just like a super chill thing, right? And there was nobody there. It was really cool because it felt like we got lost in like the museum, you know, after hours because no one else was there, not even the staff. And it was just a whole bunch of display cases, and you could like walk around and take your time seeing things. And oh my god, it was so much cool, so much fun. Like Ebe, right? Oh my gosh, if I could, I would. I would have an orange rose, and it would have like 15 petals. But I would use them all up trying to save other people. The only reason why I would lose the petals is because I constantly keep throwing myself in front of danger to help protect my friends. Why do you have such a big health pool, like health bar? I was like, oh, to defend my friends with. We went to the Met and my brain exploded from the historical artifacts and art. Man. It's cool. If you think about it, like, I want to go to like a historical place with like really silly ancient jokes. Like, okay, here's the one thing. Like jokes about like butts are like such a historical thing. It's like a consistent thing across like humans. Like through history, right? Like there are people out there who have found out that like certain Roman like vases have like artwork that's basically just translated into a butt joke. And your mom jokes, exactly. Like there are just jokes that transcend history, and like architects or like archaeologists have been like, why why do they keep carving this thing into their pottery, into like the walls and stuff? And people translate it and it's like, oh yeah, like it's a fart joke. It looks like an amazing like ancient thing, but no, it's just a silly meme they had back then, and it's a fart joke. And like I love that, like, it doesn't matter what time period you're in, right? It's just like there is like the silly, like dumb, like body humor is such a constant in human history. I love that. I want to go to like a museum that just showcases all of that stuff. Like, oh, like here's like this ancient Chinese sculpture and it's a fart joke. Here's this ancient Roman pottery vase that has artwork and it's also a fart joke. Here's this Mayan artifact in the back that's like engraved on this like sacrificial dagger, and guess what? It's also a fart joke. Like, I love it. A lot of jokes transcend language because they don't have to account for grammar and syntax. Like your mother is a cow works in a lot of languages, even if it's not in that exact form. Yeah, I think it's really funny. I think it's like really cute, right? Because it's such a like a farted. Thank you for the super chat, Ryan. Thank you. But yeah, also like PP jokes, there's a whole bunch of those too. Like you can go ahead, like there have been people who studied these. The first hieroglyphics to make a D's nuts joke. I would not be surprised if there are hieroglyphics that made D's nuts jokes, or like whatever the version of D's nuts were back then. I'm pretty sure they had those, you know? Like, oh gosh, I remember seeing like the world's first ever contract, and the contract was like for a sale of wheat, I think, like a bushels of wheat. Like they had made a contract for bushels of wheat, and like this person was like mad about the quality, so they like went out of their way to like get a stone tablet, and like carved in like a complaint for the transaction. They were like, oh, like your quality of wheat is bad, and like your mother is a cow, or like I hope like pestilence reigns upon your family because of this like thing, like a massive complaint, right? Ea Nasir, is it that one? The history's first recorded Karen. It's a very strongly worded tablet. Oh, it was an incorrect amount of copper, so that's what it was. Yeah. I just remembered it was like this like one like random like complaint about this like transaction contract thing. Like, I love that. There's evidence that Ea Nasir collected complaints about himself. Oh my gosh. It's like the first time like someone takes like the ancient version of like Yelp reviews, like the 1-star Yelp reviews. Like some restaurants like will take those 1-star Yelp reviews, print them out and stick them on a wall of like pride, just like show off like all the Karens that gave 1-star reviews on Yelp. Oh my god, that's amazing. I love that. GM Lemmy, thank you so much for the super chat. The ruins of Pompeii are filled with dirty joke graffiti. Even the official logo of the city is yabai. I need to go double check now. I have to go double check. Thank you so much for the super chat. And Pao Panda, thank you. Pao Pandan, thank you so much for the super chat. Did you hear the oldest bar joke is from an ancient Sumer, and is even though it's translated, the punchline is a bit lost in translation. Oh no. We have to go find it. We have to go find the punchline for it. The oldest bar joke. Andrea, welcome to the collective. Welcome. Wait. Chat. Do you guys think in like ancient toilets, like bathroom stalls, people went and like carved in silly jokes onto the bathroom stalls in the same way that people go and like Sharpie the walls and the doors in like public restrooms nowadays? Like, they've got it. They must have, right? I want to know what kind of jokes they were telling each other. The ancient phone numbers. Call XXIVCMXI for a good time. And it's like, what? Like, full-on phone numbers in Roman numerals. Oh my gosh. like, cause like thinking about it, like back then, what else would you do other than just like do these silly things so the people who lived in your town just come up with silly jokes and just have a good time, you know? Like, what else would you have done? That's some dirty graffiti found in Pape. I want to see those. Like jokes, lewd jokes, and like silliness that like transcend history. Plenty of historic bathroom messages in there, mostly bathroom jokes. Chad, I don't know. There's something about it. There's something about the fact that like, it doesn't matter how far off into like human history, like we go back, like silly jokes like this is such a constant. And I don't know why, but like some part about that like is really heartwarming to me. Like as like a species of humans, like it doesn't matter. Like I'm pretty sure like if we go into like, if you showed you like the guild hall, like the guild hall will have like random scribbles from like the people who showed up when the bar becomes like a cafe in the mornings, you know? Cave paintings. Toilet humor is universal, right? I don't know. I really think it's really cute. High school yearbooks from the early 20th century. It's a trip. All the jokes and like the silly messages that people leave for each other. Kind of like the idea that pre-internet memes like Kilroy was here and the universal S that starts with 6 lines. Yeah. I remember reading up on Kilroy was here, and like because like I had this phase when I was like super into like World War II like games, and I would like play every single one of like the, oh gosh, I can't remember the series now, Medal of Honors games, I think, and like Brother in Arms games. Like I would play a whole bunch of those, and I kept seeing the that like little cartoon character. I was like, what is that? And then like one of the games had like a little historical fact, like, oh, by the way, we included this because like in, you know, in World War II, like this was a like a meme essentially that artists or like soldiers would like draw into the walls. And I was like, oh, whoa, that's so cool. And then like I would look it up and then like try to find the history about those things. I thought it was like really, really cool. I swear Kilroy appeared to me in a dream and then I learned how to draw them. Ooh, yeah. They're like infiltrating. They're infiltrating everyone's minds. Memes are forever, yeah. Yeah. Kilroy was here. It's like the one, it's like the character with the big nose that the way that I see it is it looks like a character with a big nose that's like peeking over a wall, like the top of a wall. It looks like he's kind of like peeking over. That's what it looks like. But then like the character's named Kilroy, and like you draw those in there to like signify Kilroy was here. And like World War II version of amehigejz. I hate that that sentence makes sense today. I hate that it makes sense. I hate it. But oh my god, that is right. Oh, see, nowadays, like whenever you see something, you look and you're like, oh, amehigejz. You know, like later, you know, like 100 years in the future, someone's gonna be like, yeah, so back then, like in 2023, like these people, these denizens on the internet had like this obsession with this thing called the amehigejz, and it's like this weird like little nub with this like other oval on the top half. I don't know, that and like loss. There's a whole bunch of things that are like really iconic. Okay, chat. Thank you again for the reminder. We have about 25 minutes until the Left 4 Dead 2 collab, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it the Zatsu down here. A little short, I apologize, but we have the collab coming up. I will send you over to, you know what, here, I'll send you all over to Axel's point of view, because you've all been like sitting here for a while, so I'll send you over to Axel's waiting room, and then we can like share the people who are waiting one. Queen, thank you for the super chat. If you look into history of the Jersey Devil, there's a story about Ben Franklin making fun of a guy in his almanac. Ooh, the thing is that people are people. Yeah, people are gonna be people. I want to look more into this stuff though. It's like a lot of fun. But yes, I'll be streaming Vanguard's point of view, Axel will be streaming HQ's point of view, and we will all see you in about 25-ish minutes. So please go grab some food, grab some water, popcorn, stretch your legs, and get ready for a Tempest showdown. And we will see what the bots will be. I wanted to know if we like finally settled in on a particular thing. It may just be more of headquarters panties on Twitter though. But yes, thank you everyone. I will see you all soon. Bye bye. Koyasumi. Abo, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you. We received one. I hope you enjoyed the channel badge and the emotes. And thank you so much. Can we get some hearts in chat for the gifted memberships? Thank you. Alright, hope you have a wonderful time getting ready for the collab. We will see you soon. Koyasumi.